Hello, everyone, and welcome to Work Smarter, Not Harder with Golf Genius and RepSpark. My name is Jennifer Morton, and I'm your host for today's webinar. I'm actually super excited about what we're going to be talking about today. In today's meeting, we are going to go through our introductions. We're going to have a quick demonstration of integration between the Golf Genius and RepSpark platform, how to streamline processes, and then a live Q&A. Like I said, my name is Jennifer Morton. I am the Director of Sales and Marketing for the Association of Golf Merchandisers. The AGM is a nonprofit international organization serving more than 800 merchandiser members, 48% of whom are also PGA members. Our merchandisers buy for over 1,500 golf shops worldwide with annual revenues of more than $1 billion. In the simplest of terms, the AGM's primary purpose is to elevate retail, enhance relationships, and educate always. Before we begin, I want to thank all of you for joining us in today's webinar. We've had more than 200 people sign up for today's event, which represents the largest online educational event that the AGM has hosted on our platform. So I think that speaks volumes for everyone's excitement with Golf Genius and RepSpark. We are genuinely grateful for each of you for joining us. And I think the impact that RepSpark and Golf Genius are having on the landscape of golf retail is truly impactful. I know all of us today are excited to learn more about the recent integration between these two companies as we look forward to saving time and minimizing errors with streamlined ordering that will allow golf shops to increase their sales and reduce the energy spent on mundane tasks. At this time, please let me introduce Bart Rickard and Brian Morrison from Golf Genius. The floor is now yours, gentlemen.
Hi, everyone. Bart here. I'll quickly introduce myself. I am the product manager for Golf Genius. I specifically focus on our golf shop product, which will be the focus of this presentation today. I've been with the company for about over 10 years now, since basically the inception of the company back in 2010 or 2011. And I'm a PGA professional since 2007. I spent years in the green grass facilities. I've worked for the PGA for a few years. And that would be basically my quick 1-minute bio. Brian, I'll pass it over to you if you want to give a quick bio on yourself, and I could then kind of talk a little bit about Golf Genius, the company.
Thanks, Bart, and thanks everybody for tuning in today. This is really exciting. On behalf of everyone with Golf Genius, we'd like to thank you for tuning in today. This is a real groundbreaking relationship, and we're really excited about it. I was a head golf professional for 40 years. The last 21 as the director of golf at Olympia Fields Country Club. It's a 2009 PGA of America National Merchandiser of the Year. I've always had a passion for merchandising, and I think back on those 40 years of using 3-ring binders and sticky notes to run a golf shop with 7 figures in sales, and thinking of the time I spent doing that. And then I look at a product like Golf Genius, and then look at an integration with a B2B site like RepSpark. It's truly groundbreaking and amazing. And I wish I could go back to year one so I could take advantage of these great products. But it's great to be with you today.
Great, thanks, Brian. And I'll give a quick, just brief summary of Golf Genius as a whole as a company. We've employed close to 200 employees in our company, 64 of them being over 60, probably about 70 right now, are PGA professionals with a strong golf background. We service right now over 11,000 customers of golf clubs and associations globally. Our flagship product is our tournament management product, which many of you are aware of, used to manage tournament operations. And we're now a multi-product company. Back in 2019, we released the golf shop product, which I'll give a demo, a demo later in the presentation. The golf shop feature is used to basically many different golf shop operations. It focuses on special orders, demo clubs, club repair operations, collecting surveys, building member profiles, and staff scheduling, and other features as well. And then just recently, we released another product just recently, about a month ago, our coach product, which will be more formally releasing, I guess, fully releasing here in September, where it'll be a mostly mobile-based product to allow golf coaches to manage their lesson schedules, collect data, and monitor their lessons and communicate with their students throughout the lesson scheduling process. So, as a whole, our company, we focus on servicing golf operations and providing the tools for them to use technology to become more efficient and generate revenue. So I will pass it over to Megan and RepSpark if Megan and RepSpark want to give an update on their company.
That sounds great. Haven't been with the company for 40 years like Brian, but I think I beat Bart. I've been with RepSpark for 15 years, and I'm currently the CEO here. And RepSpark, if you don't know what RepSpark is, we provide a way for retailers to transact seamlessly, have access to information like order history and tracking, and find and request access to shop new brands within the RepSpark community. So that's kind of the retailer side and golf shop side of how we help them. For over 50 brands within the golf industry, we provide a digital line sheet presentation tool, seamless order entry platform, basically everything you need to grow your wholesale business. So whether a brand is small, very, very small, and just, it's trying to start their wholesale business and get in front of some new buyers, to grow an existing wholesale business, or to really scale an established wholesale business. RepSpark works with brands of all shapes and sizes, and really works to help that transactional process be easier. Our goal with partnering with the AGM is to always goes into their education. We are hoping to educate the retail and golf shop buyers on best practices within the industry, what we're seeing with merchandising in the digital fashion, and how to increase their business using our technology, whether it's checking inventory, placing orders, et cetera. So, it was really great when we partnered with Golf Genius. And we're so excited to be able to work with them to further streamline what is often a very cumbersome special order process within the golf shop. So again, we're excited today to join both groups to educate buyers and brands on how this integration can really help you to work smarter, alleviate calls to the sales team, alleviate the headache of tracking these custom orders, and alleviate the burden to customer service for one-off special orders. So that's what we'll be talking about today, and that's what RepSpark is. And over to you,
with
Bart.
that, I think I'm going to stop my share. And Bart, are you ready to take over?
Sure, whenever you're ready. Let me just share my screen here. See it okay?
You're good to go.
All right, great. So this is Golf Shop. I know many of you are maybe familiar with this platform. You may be active users or you may not be. So I'll quickly summarize. As you can see, all of our tools on the left: special orders, managing stock orders, demo clubs, club repairs, staff scheduling. If you scroll down, you can click member shaft. You can create member shaft labels, demo club labels, surveys, create surveys to collect member profiles, as I mentioned before. The focus of the conversation today is special orders, and this is something that we launched from the beginning with our golf shop product. We realized there is a real missing piece out there in the golf shop world back in 2019 to manage special orders. Special orders are often managed through a 3-ring binder, and or even through more basic methods like Excel spreadsheets. So what we wanted to do was to provide a way for our customers to manage their special orders across all their vendors and all their brands. That can be difficult to do today, as if you want to track an order and see a status in order, you have to log in to an online e-commerce website or contact your rep for a status in the order. We wanted a one-stop place for them to be able to see all the orders, special orders across all their vendors. And this is a dashboard of a club. And there's really three separate, there's three stages to a special order. There's orders to place, there's orders placed, and there's delivered. And so what was, really exciting about RepSpark is, we've always had the vision of working with online e-commerce solutions out there to really work together to streamline this entire process. Because before RepSpark, users would go in and they would click on new special order. Say a member would come in, they want to create a special order. They would select the vendor, the member, they'd enter the style number, select the product categories or merchandising classification, whatever, however you want to define that, wholesale price, all the item details they would enter in the system for monitoring purposes. We were excited with RepSpark with now we could streamline this entire solution. And we've heard, before we even partnered with them, we've heard great things from all of our customers about RepSpark and how well it works. So we were really excited to really focus on working together to provide a solution for all the green grass facilities that manage special orders. So I'll go through the process here of going through a special order process using the RepSpark integration. And I guess we'll hold questions to the end about specific functions or questions through the demo. So I guess we could simply, start with an example. As you can see, there's already open orders already out there, special orders. Some have been placed already and haven't been shipped. Some have been delivered, but not yet finalized through these various stages. I may come in and have myself, maybe a PGA professional or a merchandiser sitting in the golf shop may get a request from a member to place a special order. They may see a shirt on the rack that they like, but it just doesn't quite have their size. So this triggers the need for a special order. And when you click on new special order, you'll select a vendor. And every golf shop customer has an entire vendor list. And if they happen to select a RepSpark vendor, we then give them an option to say, I guess the first thing I should say is we populate a PO number for the users to use as a reference internally for the club. Everybody uses PO numbers. This can obviously be overwritten, but we'll leave it at 1009. And then we give the user two options. And these are real life cases where I want to go to RepSpark right now and place this order, or I don't have time right now. We're in the middle of the day. We've got people, coming in for their tea times and at the register. I don't have time to go to RepSpark, but I just want to enter the details. So they could do that. And they could go in there and they could select the member and they could quickly enter some macro information about the order, size, medium, this is the style number, I'll order it later. Or we can say, just take me to RepSpark now. And that's the demo we'll go through today, where I then select from my member roster. So say I'll select a member. And we also have the ability to store dropship addresses. So drop shipping is not uncommon these days. People are moving all over. They may not want to go to the golf shop to pick their order. They want items drop shipped. So if their dropship address is stored in the member roster, which oftentimes it is, they can select dropship and they could select the dropship address that they want to ship to. So at this point, I'm in golf shop and I'm ready to move over to RepSpark. So I'll say click place order in RepSpark now. At this point, I'm brought into RepSpark. Now, one thing I should mention is if you don't have an active session with RepSpark, you will be asked to log in first before going to RepSpark. However, I had an active RepSpark session going, so it brought me right to Grayson as I'm placing order for Grayson. And as I expand on enter order details, as those are familiar with RepSpark, I already have a draft order created. So this is basically a shell empty order with no items in it yet, but the draft order is created. And it's also important to mention, if I go back to Golf Shop, this order is already created. So at this point, this shell order in Golf Shop is directly linked to this draft order in RepSpark. So at this point, one will never be orphaned with the other. They're forever, at this point, they're linked together. And as we talk about reducing chances of mistakes by double entry and streamlining the process, you'll see a lot of this information is already filled. The purchase order number that was populated in Golf Shop is already pre-filled into the purchase order. You'll see this order is indicated that it's a Golf Genius special shop, Golf Genius golf shop special order. There may be times where you may have multiple draft orders concurrently, in your account. You'll be able to quickly just identify, okay, this just reminding me this is a golf shop order. So it's just basically an identifier letting you know that this is a golf shop order, not an order outside of a golf shop special order. In the comments field, it'll also populate that it's an order, and it'll list the customer member's name as, RepSpark may call it a tag name, or others may call it a tag name. And as I click down here on dropship, you'll see that the dropship information for this member who's placing this order also auto-populates. So really at this point, the draft order is already created with all the necessary information to go and place your order. So let me go down here and assume that this member wants to place an order for a couple shirts. I can click on this polo shirt, and I could say I want a size medium. I can add it to the cart. And we'll see at this point, the item is added to the cart. I could then go and say, order another shirt. Different color. I say I want a medium for this as well. So at this point, you'll see in the top right, in your cart, you see there's 2 items to the cart. The member has indicated these are the 2 shirts he wants in medium. I could then go to my cart.
Bart, can I interrupt you for 2 seconds?
Yes.
Oh, before you go there, just kick back. Yeah. If you know exactly what the product is that they wanted, like they wanted a certain polo and you know exactly the name or the style number, you could also use the search bar in the upper left and just type that over on the left where it says search product. Yep. And you could just type that name or product number right in there too. So Bart knew exactly what he wanted and that was on the first page, but just in case, you could just easily type in that style number or style name, and it would just bring up those shirts as well.
Yep. Thanks, Megan. So as I go to the cart, I can go and you'll see, I'm following the same process as I would today without the integration. I'm using RepSpark as I always have used it. I'm adding items to the cart. I'm going to the checkout. I'm reviewing the items. If I'm adding any emblem or logo information, I could do that as well to the order. And then I could proceed to review. And I'll review all my information for this order. I'll remove my account information. As again, you'll see this indicates that this is a Golf Genius special order. Again, to confirm that I'm in my right draft order before I place it. This is my purchase order 1009, which was generated from Golf Shop, as well as indication that this is placed for the customer, Bart Rickard. So after checking out, I click on process order for these 2 items. And you'll see now the order has been processed. So at this point, RepSpark issues an order number. This is then, and Megan, feel free to interrupt to clarify anything I might say here, but at this point, this order information will then process to and be sent to the brand, which in this case, Grayson.
Yep, that's exactly right. So Grayson will get that order number straight in. They will go through their processing process to go ahead and fulfill the order, etc. So yes, they will get this order just as though you were using, placing the order that originates in RepSpark. Exactly.
So as the merchandiser and golf professional, place this order, I also just received a text message as the member. I don't know if you can see it, that my order has been placed. This will indicate, this is coming from the golf shop. It's an automated text message that was triggered by that action that goes to the member. So the member that moment now has confirmation that the golf shop ordered their golf shirts, as well as all the detailed information. It shows the category, the color, the sizing, and it has the personal signature of the club. So this is a personalized touch that the club can provide to the membership, where they get that instant gratification that my order has been placed at that time. So they now have confirmation that the golf shop has placed their special order. I'll also go, here's my personal email. I'll pop up the email. They'll also could get an email confirmation. So here's an email confirmation with my club banner. Dear Bart Rickard, your order's been placed. It was ordered on August 2nd. Placed by, this is all the order item details. So again, it gives them two different ways to communicate the order instantly to the member. And it's important to note that these text message and email templates can be completely customized at the customer level. So a club can customize the messaging that's being set out to their membership. So as I go to Golf Shop, I'll refresh my dashboard. We'll see now the order is now been automatically moved to the orders placed category. You'll see other orders. The order also is labeled as a RepSpark order. That gives the managers and the users indication that this is a RepSpark order. This should be automated throughout the process. As I go in and edit the order, you see there's two shirts. They both have the same style number, but we know they're different colors. I can go in and edit the order. And you'll see all this information that order information also flows into the order. So this is a really key point to make, that one, we're removing double entry by the manager. They no longer have to enter this into Golf Shop manually. It's already populated from sent from RepSpark. And manual mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. And if there's any manual entry involved, which is no longer needed, the member may get wrong information. We may put in that was a size small when in fact they ordered a medium. So that may trigger some concern for the member. This eliminates any opportunity for a manual mistake. You'll see that their size is a medium. This is the color. This is the name of the shirt, wholesale price, when the order date was made, and so on. So that's as far as I can take this specific demo, because the complete process would require us to wait a few days until the order is shipped. But what I can tell you is at some point, Grayson will send a note or send information, shipping and invoice information to RepSpark. RepSpark stores that shipping information, tracking number, shipping carrier, invoice number, and they store that in RepSpark. That information is then sent to Golf Shop to this specific order. And then that information will then be stored in Golf Shop. So this specific order will then collect the shipping information, the tracking number. And what that does is trigger another member communication, member text message and a member email that your order has shipped. Sounds familiar, right? Ordering from Amazon, ordering from the big retailers. Getting that instant gratification that we know your order has shipped. So they'll get, and again, another trigger notification that the order has been shipped with a link to track that item in the email. So the email will have a link for them to track the shipment to completion if they like to. And then once it's been delivered to the Golf Shop, FedEx or UPS notifies us that this order has been delivered to its final destination. We then trigger another notification to the member that's now in the Golf Shop and it's now been delivered to the final destination. So during that process, the members, being updated the entire time about what's going on with their order. They're instantly updated. They don't need to call the Golf Shop to get updated. The phone calls are reduced. And furthermore, after that order is placed by the Golf Shop employee, whether it's the staff member, whether it's the PGA professional, or it's the merchandiser, once they place that RepSpark order in RepSpark, their work is done. This order will flow through this process naturally to completion, and the member will be updated. So that would conclude my quick demo on the RepSpark ordering process. We're extremely excited about it. And I'll pass it off to Megan. Megan, any comments you want to make before we jump it over to Brian?
No, I think that's exactly it. I mean, all this information already is in RepSpark, but again, as a sales or a Golf Shop professional, you would have to kind of click into each brand to be able to find this information. And now with these systems talking, together seamlessly from end to end, once that order is placed in RepSpark, the ultimate buyer, the one who wants the polo and wants that instant gratification, will be kept in a loop all along the way. And then you also, as a Golf Shop owner or merchandiser or pro, can decide also if you want to drop ship it or not. It's a really great opportunity. Maybe you don't want to drop ship and you want that, player to come back in with the potential of maybe ordering something else. So, that's all I have to add. And I'll kick it over to Brian. Brian, you've used it in real life, so I'm sure everyone wants to hear from you rather than us.
Well, thanks, Megan. This is just such an exciting thing for anyone who works in a golf shop, whether you're a professional or a merchandiser. We're finally on a level playing field with all of the companies that our customers and our members are using outside of the golf shop, right? Everything they do, ordering online, and that they get all of these notifications and that. And then in the world of golf, we've never been able to do that before. The golf business doesn't look today doesn't look like it did 5 years ago. It's a different game. Post-pandemic, all of our facilities are experiencing historical levels of activity, and unfortunately, they're having to do all that without a lot of help. There isn't a golf shop in America that's overstaffed. So we need tools. We need help. We need something that we can use in our golf shop to make us more efficient, still deliver the service to our members, minimal mistakes, and still be able to do all of the other things that we have to do. One of the things that we have with Golf Genius is a phone app, which is fantastic. And what that does is by having everyone in your golf staff have the phone app, you've now empowered your whole staff to be a decision maker and a problem solver. And that's one of the beauties of the Golf Genius product is that when people come in the shop, if you stand behind the counter of any golf shop, okay, 8 out of 10 people that come in there ask a question, right? Easily, 8 out of 10. I ordered some shoes. Where are my clubs? Right? And usually they have some young assistant or an intern behind the counter, and they all just kind of look at each other and go, well, I'll get back to you. Well, they don't have to do that anymore. They can simply pull out their phone, hit the app, and they can provide the answers in that. And we need to do that in our world today because that's what our members are getting everywhere else that they go. So we have to be able to deliver that level of service to not only keep our members wanting to shop from us, but engendering new sales. And when you talk about new sales, and what's really cool about RepSpark is that if you scroll through their portfolio of companies, it's kind of like going to the PGA show. You know how we go to the PGA show every year and we walk up and down all the aisles looking for something new, some kind of a new product that we've never seen or heard of before that might be exciting in our shop that the members will like, that maybe we can make a few extra dollars on. Well, if you scroll through the portfolio of companies that RepSpark has, it's pretty amazing. I mean, they have everything. So, and with our partnership, you're able to log on and get registered with all these companies so that you can do that business through RepSpark. And without even leaving your desk, you're going to be able to find several new companies to do business with that your members are going to really enjoy, and maybe it'll create some more sales. Because let's face it, that's what we're all looking to do here, is to create more sales, whether you're a golf professional that owns your own shop or whether the club you work for owns the shop. So, you know, it's just really important that you're able to do that. So we're able to be leaner and more efficient, new companies, new and exciting companies to do it. And, you know, take an example, it's a Monday, you go into your golf shop, you just had a really busy weekend, you got a pile of orders sitting on your desk. Instead of having to call 6, 8, 10 golf companies that day to place those orders, you just go in the golf shop, right? Go in the golf shop through RepSpark, place all your orders in one place, it's done. And for the golf shop program now, what's exciting is that we now finally have one-stop shopping. You know, before you had to place the order and then you would go on the golf shop to document the order that you had placed. Well, you don't have to go through 2 steps anymore. Now you have 1 step. You can go in, you can place your order, your members get notified, everything is documented and stored for you, and off we go. So really a real game changer. Certainly for us, we're super excited to be with RepSpark. I think this is a terrific marriage that everybody in the golf industry has to take advantage of, because this is the world we live in now. We have to be better, we have to be leaner, and we have to be more efficient. And this is how we're going to do business going forward. You know, the commercial you see in the PGA magazine every month is get rid of the 3-ring binders. And I remember the first time I saw that, I really chuckled, because at that time I probably had 6 3-ring binders behind the counter in my golf shop. And now with the golf shop product, you have all of that in one place. And so you can tab into that for your to answer questions for your members, or if you're in the fall and the spring and you're doing your buying, you're able to look at the record center and see what you sold, what did you order, what did you sell. Now I know how to buy. Good buying leads to good sales. So super excited, Megan, to be with you, along with Golf Genius. You know, our founder, Mike Sisman, likes to say that Golf Shop is the Microsoft Office of golf, with all the different things that it can do for you, and it certainly is. So take some time. We have a great website for those of you out there who aren't users of the Golf Shop program. Go to golfgenius.com, click on products, and hit the Golf Shop tab, and a screen will come up, and there's a fantastic video on there that shows you all the different things that the Golf Shop program can do for you to help you be more efficient in your golf shop, do a better job, save time, and make more money. So that's what we're all about, and it's great to be here today. Really exciting.
Do we want to answer a few questions that have come in?
Yeah, we got more than a few. I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
there's a
wonderful.
running total over there.
Yeah, we should probably get on these questions. Happy to help answer them. Jennifer, how would you prefer to go from the top? I can answer these.
Yeah, I'll go from the top. I have Kelly who's asking, I'm wondering if we were using a RepSpark microsite, can a golf pro / shop person use each person's order from the microsite and use the Golf Genius program for invoicing, charging the member account?
As of right now, we have no integration with the RepSpark microsites. Microsites are fantastic, by the way, RepSpark microsites, but we don't currently have an integration with them. And furthermore, we really, at this moment, don't have an integration with the billing systems like Club Essential, Jonas, and North Stars to basically automate the charging member account, although we've had conversations with them. But that's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, and from my point of view, the RepSpark microsite is not integrated with Golf Genius Golf Shop right now. So, you know, those orders that are placed through the microsite would still go through the brand and come in as a bulk order to your shop for your event, just like it does right now. So that integration may be coming, but not now.
Beautiful. I have Dawn asking, if we save for later, are we able to get back on RepSpark at a later time to still populate?
Absolutely. Once you save, once you enter the order and save for later, at any time you can go and say, okay, now I'm ready to go to RepSpark, take me to RepSpark. And at that point, they click on take me to RepSpark at a later time, and we create that draft order. So that is absolutely happening. And on the other side, if they did say, take me to RepSpark now, we create that draft order, and then they get caught up, they get a phone call, or they need to walk away and help a member. That draft order doesn't expire. It's there. So they can always go back at a later time to continue what they were trying to do. And there'll be a reminder, obviously, in Golf Shop that you still have this open order in RepSpark that you need to complete.
Yep. And that's any part of the way. I mean, maybe you added your 2 shirts and you were in the middle of customizing. Again, you answered the phone and then got pulled away or something like that. At any point in the stage, it'll just stay as a draft in both systems together, and then it'll move, as you place it together. So they're completely connected.
Beautiful. Josh wants to know, hey, Bart, when you got that text message, did that include the lead times?
It does not, unfortunately, at that moment of placing the order, we don't know a lead time. Maybe Megan kind of can expand a little bit on that. And when do you hear of potential lead times from these brands? But at that time of ordering, we don't know the lead time.
So what happens is when that order gets placed in RepSpark and then it moves to the order placed in Golf Shop, what happens is the brand then gets the order. Let's talk about Grayson because we're focusing on them today. Grayson will get that order. They then, will work to fulfill it. Sometimes if it's a customized order, it could take, 3-5 days a week. Sometimes, they get it out the next day. But the nice thing is, once that does get shipped, we also get that notification in RepSpark and send that to Golf Genius. And then your your member would know, oh, great, this was shipped. So that's kind of the process there. It's more the fact that it's shipped that notification will get kicked off to Golf Genius.
Another question regarding the notifications. This one comes from Anna. Does the email text to the member include the pricing details?
It's a great question. Again, as I mentioned before, they have ability to fully customize these automated text messages and emails to include whatever the information they want, they don't want. If they enter the retail price in Golf Shop for that order, so remember when we go back to the demo and we said, I want to place the order now or I want to place it later. If they place it later, we give them the option to enter the retail price if they want. If they enter that and they decided that they want to include the retail price in that email template or that text template, we will include it. But otherwise, we won't. We know there's some sensitivity to announcing the selling price or member price until we fully know what the member price is. So we really let the members or the customers decide if they want that information or not. We obviously don't show them the wholesale price from RepSpark or the suggested retail price.
Evan's asking, as far as dropship address goes, where is that pulling from within Golf Genius? I noticed that there was a spot designated for dropship address, which was manual entry, but we were thinking about using surveys to capture the member's dropship address and create a custom field.
Okay, Evan, I'm going to send you directly a knowledge base article that can answer that exact question. It's a great question. It's a great idea too, to use surveys to collect dropship information. Our member database, a root database, often comes from the Club Essential, Jonas's. It could also come from TM. Sometimes that dropship information may already be in those databases. They may have an address on their file. But if you want to send a survey to collect their dropship information, you can absolutely do that. This article will show you how to do that when collecting the information. Essentially, the custom fields need to be named state, a state, country, address, and we will do the matching automatically and populate that as a dropship order.
Steve's asking if it's tied to availability. Does it only show available items, or are availability dates displayed for any items that are back ordered? And then also, are you able to order logoed apparel products?
I can do that, Bart.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in there you're in the RepSpark realm. Yes, if a brand chooses to show availability, true availability, or sometimes you'll see on some of these sites, they'll show something like 20 plus or 50 plus or something like that. So you should be able to see availability as well as any future ship date that will be coming in. So that will be shown in RepSpark just as it does now for the brands. And then you can logo as well. So I was thinking that, Bart, as you were going through that, we should have picked a shirt that you could actually customize. But if a shirt can be customized for your club, then you would go ahead. There's a little plus that has an emblem. I can make a note to provide that to you, Jennifer, a knowledge base article on that, on how you go ahead and add an emblem as well. And then I think in Golf Shop, if it's emblemed, it will show that as well. Correct, Bart?
Correct. It'll show, we indicate whether it's logoed or not, and we will be consistent with saying this is logoed or not. Yes.
Beautiful. Kristen's asking, if someone orders 5 items on one order, which I'm going to assume are 5 different brands, are they going to get texts, emails for each item?
Well, a different brand you'll have to submit a different order. So those will be separate notifications. But say, for instance, I ordered 5 Grayson shirts, or I put an order together with 3 Grayson shirts and 2 pairs of slacks. That's one notification. We lump them together. Essentially, the way we structure these orders is you could have one purchase order. For instance, I just looked the other day, we had one of a customer using this integration where they had a member order 12 shirts. They literally order 12 shirts in one one order. So we classify that as a single purchase order with 12 special orders, with a special order being an item. So to answer your question, they'll get a single notification for that entire order.
And how does it work for, say, a Cushnet or Callaway orders or other companies that aren't on RepSpark currently?
They'll go through the traditional process where they'll go through they'll go and enter the order details. they'll mark it as placed. And once the manager manually marks the order as placed in Golf Shop, that will trigger the notification to the members. Once they receive shipping information, the user can then go in and enter the shipping information. And then once that entered, it manually, it triggers a notification. And then once it's delivered to the shop, they'll manually move it. They'll click on next, bring me to the next stage, and we'll deliver it. So currently with the Cushionet, Callaway, and others, we move it the traditional method. If you would like that to happen for Callaway and Cushionet, I would encourage you to talk to your golf reps and ask them to do that. We are having many discussions with many different brands, vendors on the hard goods sides to work together on this as well.
Yes, anybody that you're not seeing on there, we would love to hear from. I'll do a little plug. We have an affiliate program as well. So you can join the affiliate program, tell us who you'd like to see on there, and between the Golf Shop team and my team, we will work to get those brands on there as well.
Beautiful. Maybe you can include that for the email going out after this is over as well, Megan.
I will. I'll make a note.
Jonathan is asking, will the order move from order placed to delivered automatically if it's connected to a tracking number? And are we able to control that feature?
Great question. The answer is it's up to the customer. We give them the option to automatically move that order to delivered once it's delivered by the golf shop, or we will not do that automatically and allow the manager or the user to move that over when they see fit and when they want their member to get notification that's been delivered. We do that for a reason. And the next question obviously is the same exact question, where sometimes it's not a great thing to have a member say their order was delivered when FedEx tells us it's delivered, because typically the merchandisers, the golf professionals want to open up that box. They want to make sure it's the right size, it's the right order before letting the member know. So we have clubs that choose to do that automated delivery transition, and we have some that choose not to for that reason. So the answer is you can do either.
Beautiful. Don's asking, what are the additional fees to run through Golf Genius?
For this integration, there's no additional fees. This comes with your subscription to Golf Genius and your usage of RepSpark.
Ellen is asking, I've requested access to a number of golf companies that have not responded yet. Does anyone follow up on that at RepSpark? Or do you have any advice on how members can get access to some of the companies that they've requested and not received communication from?
Yeah, so unfortunately, RepSpark cannot approve you. I wish we could. But we don't, we rely on the brands to actually approve the golf shops that are requesting access, to make sure that obviously it's a customer that they wish to sell for. And a lot of golf shops have their own process for accepting, a new buyer. So sometimes you may be stuck just in that process of vetting process or getting all the information to actually become a real customer. I would, let's see, if you click on the tile or the listing within the community, there's an email address there. Jennifer, I can send some info on this too. And you could maybe follow up and just say, I requested access, just waiting for it. We are telling our brands also to be really active and interactive on that, and that the best practice is, even if you're going through this vetting process, to reach back out to you and let you know, hey, we received access request. We're going through our standard process of accepting a new buyer. So we can try our best. We do have notifications if there's over one or two, buyers waiting to have their access request accepted, but that's the best way to do it. Just reach back out and we'll try to come up with something better, but yeah, we can't approve you, unfortunately.
Beautiful. The next two questions are kind of very similar. One's from Ellen, one's from John. And it's, can you show us a little of the stock order option, and can you use RepSpark with stock orders?
Great question. I would love to give you a demo on stock orders, but that would take a little bit of while. We're super pumped about the feature and the recent enhancements. I don't know if we want to go down that rabbit hole of showing the stock order feature right now. I would encourage you to reach out to our sales representative for your region and ask for a demo on the stock order feature. going forward. In terms of integrating with RepSpark integration with stock orders, currently no. Our initial integration launch, we focus specifically on special orders. That's our most highly adopted feature. We may go down the road and looking at stock order, integrating this with our stock order feature, which really has many similarities where it would be very similar. The consideration we have to put in effect is oftentimes stock orders are not placed by the club. They're not placed by the golf shop merchandiser or the PGA professional. They're placed by the rep. So there's some stuff we'd have to work through there, but there is a potential for us to also flow this integration stock orders.
Okay, and then I have Charlie and Andrea asking similar questions. They're like, just to clarify, if we own the Golf Genius tournament software, we also get access to the Golf Genius golf shop. Is that all inclusive? And then Andrea, I'm going to just add the second one there too. And then Andrea is also asking, with a golf shop subscription, is RepSpark included?
You do the first one, Bart, and I'll take the second.
I'll do the first one. Golf Genius Golf Shop is a separate product in our product suite, so it does come with a separate subscription to Golf Genius tournament software, but you'll typically have the same sales rep as you would tournament TM. So if you are interested in Golf Shop, I would encourage you to reach out to your sales rep that you've been dealing with your TM subscription.
And then on the RepSpark side, if you are a buyer, a golf shop buyer, that's free to join the community. You just go to repspark.com and you say sign up. You can join the community. You can request access to the brands and you can shop the brands. So there's no cost to join RepSpark and beginning to transact that way. And using RepSpark and Golf Genius together. If you're a brand asking that, then there would be a subscription to use RepSpark as a brand, but not as a retailer, buyer, merchandiser.
Beautiful. Dawn is asking, and this may need to be taken offline, but since we have Golf Genius now, how do we access the portal? The current login and password aren't working. So
yeah, Dawn, feel free to message me directly here, or I'm not sure which product you're referring to. If you're referring to the TM product, if you have access to your Golf Genius tournament management product, that does not come with access to Golf Shop. They're separate products. If you do have a subscription to the Golf Shop product, there is an option to retrieve your password. You can go through that route. And if that doesn't work, feel free to reach out to me directly. My email is just bart@golfgenius.com. Happy to help you out.
This has been so informative. The ease and practicality of this is amazing. I'm very excited for this partnership. I can truly see how it's going to save everyone a lot of time and energy. Does anyone have any closing remarks before we thank everyone for joining us today?
Well, I think it's worth repeating that this not only streamlines our order process for special orders from our members and clients for the existing companies that we have in our golf shops, but like I said before, I think that everybody needs to take a walk through the RepSpark portfolio to see all of the companies. They have over 40 companies, and this can open up a lot of new avenues of great products that you can bring into your shop to create new sales. And you don't even have to leave your golf shop to find these. So if you have a rainy day in your golf shop and you have 10 or 15 minutes, log on and get on that RepSpark site and really take a look at all the different products they have, because it could really be a boon to your golf shop.
Thanks,
Beautiful.
Brian. Yeah, it's it's exciting. It's really exciting to introduce some new fun brands that are just up and coming. Give you access to established brands, be able to shop catalogs, fill in spaces that you need. And there's some fun, interesting products on the market that are new and fun and exciting. So yeah, again, joining the RepSpark community is completely free. We'll get you information for that. You can join in and then you can decide, who you want to shop and who you don't want to shop. Again, it's up to you. You'll hold the power for that.
Yeah, I'll just quickly chime in. I just want to thank Megan and the RepSpark team for all their great work. It's been great working with the team. Thank Brian for jumping the call and Jenna for facilitating this webinar. This has been a great discussion. The questions are fantastic, very pointed, specific, great questions. If anybody has any questions specific to the integration, feel free to reach out to anyone in our company, including myself. My email is bart@golfgenius.com. And other than that, I really appreciate everyone joining the call.
Yeah, same here, back at you, Bart. And if we can help in any way as well, not specifics on Golf Shop, but anything else, feel free to reach out to our team as well. And between us, we'll get you the answers.
And with that, I'm going to thank everyone for joining us today. This has been truly fascinating and educational. If we didn't get to your question, please feel free to contact any of our speakers directly, or you can contact me, Jennifer, at agmgolf.org, and I'll be sure to direct your questions to the right person. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot.
Take care.